Yeah. Welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, tell a friend. Today we're going to talk numbers. We're going to talk about the cash cow of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis. Yes, you heard me. Don't let nobody else tell you differently. Gervonta Tank Davis is the cash cow of boxing, and I'm going to tell you why. And people like saying numbers. Let's do the numbers, everybody. Like Gervonta Davis' last fight. Cruz. He set a record at the Staples Center, $3.7 million for any boxing at the Staples Center. I think the closest boxer was Earl Spence Jr., and I think it was $2.9 million. Yeah. So the fight, we know he made $1 million. We know he get pay-per-view buys. We know he get arena fees. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So let's talk Devin the Dream Haney, Jojo Diaz. He made $1.75 million for that fight. And don't let nobody else tell you differently. You know what I mean? Matchroom do not pay Devin Haney $4 million no more. No more. Don't listen to Bill or none of them guys ever. You know what I mean? Them days are done paying him $4 million. Would you pay him $4 million for the people who he's fighting? And, you know, we don't know him. Well, he ain't even on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? To get that much money in the arena ain't even sell out. So, you know, we know who's the cash cow is. So let's say, he got his $1.75 million. Tank got $1 million plus pay-per-view and, you know, arena sales and all that stuff. So Tank made a lot of money. We're just going to leave it at that right now. So let's go by Earl Spence Jr. He made $2.9 million. You know what I mean? On when he last fought at the Staples Center. But in terms of fighting big fights on in Texas Stadium and on pay-per-view, Spence Jr. is the cash cow when it comes to that. You know what I mean? So he's the cash cow when it comes to that. But as far as the middleweight, the little weights, the one lightweights, and all that stuff, Gervonta Tank Davis outweighed them all. And let's say we move Earl Spence Jr. from Texas. You know what I mean? Like they did, and he's 2.9. Let's move him to Atlanta. Let's move to these other places, and let's see what he can do in the arena as far as ticket sales like Gervonta Davis can do. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take Gervonta Davis over boxing, man. So it's all screwed up when it comes to this stuff. So let's see more numbers. Lomachenko made $750,000 fighting Richard Coleman, and I think Richard Coleman made $700,000. And we all know that's top rank. Bob Arum, he don't like paying. You know what I mean? He barely wanted to pay Sean Porter. Get Sean Porter that $4 million. You know what I mean? But he ain't paying that much money. So let me say, if you want to go by the numbers, you want to crunch up the numbers. And let me say this, people. Stop listening to people like me and people, all the rest of these podcasts. Let me tell you what a big, powerful weapon, even though it don't tell us everything, but it's 95% true. Let's Google. You ever heard of that word? Google. You really want to know what's going on with these ticket sales and how much these fighters making? Let's go ask Google. Google, how much did Tank Davis make against Cruz? I mean, and the thing about it, what make it so good is people say, oh, they ain't let Tank Davis numbers come out. Of course they didn't let it come out. It was a flop. But let me say this, even if it was a flop, let's say Tank made 150,000 pay-per-view or 100,000 pay-per-view buys. Was it really a flop when he got somebody on a 2-week notice? Nobody ever have any of you guys, tell the truth, us hardcores know, but have any of you guys ever heard of Cruz? Come on, tell me. I'm listening. You never heard of Cruz, and he still sold the arena out. You know what I mean? So that's just saying, oh, Rolly ain't coming. And they knew Rolly wasn't. People ain't, they could have canceled their tickets, sold their tickets. People still went to see the star Gervonta Davis, even though they didn't give a damn and know who the hell he was fighting. So let me tell you this to all you guys to keep talking about it. Yes, if I'm Combosa, the first fight I'm trying to make right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. It's a pandemic. I need to feed my family, so I want to take the highest payday possible. And one more thing, Devin Haney, All you guys getting on Cambosa talking about keep your word, and fight me. Y'all ever heard of this guy called Lou DeBella? And if you go Google Lou DeBella, he's Cambosa's manager. So Lou DeBella said on the Boxing Voice, one of the podcasts that I do listen to, he said he going for the highest payday possible if he can. So let me tell you, everybody is still, hey, it's a cold world out here. We all still think it's these bosses. Man, Cambosa can't say who in the hell he's fighting. Lou DeBella say, man, this is who you going to fight. He can put some input in, just like Tank Davis. Tank Davis could go to Mayweather and say, I want to fight Devin. I want to fight Lomo. I want to fight, but Mayweather will say, this is who you going to fight, or sit down. What you going to do? What are you going to do? So let's stop with the old Cambosa. Though he's scared. He don't want to fight Devin. He don't want to fight Loma or all these guys now. Lou DeBella runs Cambosa. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? So stop with all this nonsense these people is feeding y'all. I keep telling y'all, I'm going to say it again. Y'all ever heard of this word? Google this shit, man. It ain't hard. A lot of this stuff is research, man. Stop listening to these podcasts. If y'all don't really know, Google it. A lot of them, they do be telling you facts, but some of them, they just don't. You know what I mean? A lot of people got their own incentive why they want this certain fighters and people marketing and all that stuff. Not me. Not on the rebuttal entertainment. You're going to hear the stuff that you need to hear, the stuff that you should hear. We're going to tell you facts, man. And if we don't know, you need to do what we do. We Google it. You know what I mean? Because we're not the smartest people or everything about boxing, but I do know enough. I know a whole bunch about boxing. I know right now, if I'm going to fight anybody, I'm going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis to get the most money possible. But yeah, Cambosa might, in between, Lou DeBella and them might be in between, man, because Tank said he don't want the belts. Now, what you going to do? So if Tank is out of it, so next is either go to Bob or go to a match room. Now, if Tank is out, I'm going to match room because Eddie Hearn will pay. You heard I said Eddie Hearn and not Haney Promotions. I'm not hating, but I'm spitting facts. Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and DAZN is who pay these bosses, not Haney Promotions. He have his own promotional company, but not him. So let's get that out the way right now. So if you choose the two of the lesser evils, even though I don't really consider Eddie Hearns an evil, but he's just an arrogant prick. You know what I mean? Bob do not want to pay. You really have to stick the knife in his old 90-year-old you know what to get money out of Bob ASS, man. Bob do not want to pay anybody, So, man, if Leslie did, I'm going with Matchroom. If I can't get Tank David Cambosa, I'm going to Devin Haney. I'm going to Matchroom in the zone. And that's what I want to do. So the big fishes are in this weight class, Gervonta Tank Davis. And after Earl Spence, in terms of the pay-per-views and fighting the big fish, is Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I mean? But if you take Earl Spence out of Texas, you really don't know. You really don't know. And let him fight another Cambosa like he did and see what that makes. Tank fighting nobody's and generating this amount of money. Can y'all imagine when he do fight Lomachenko and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia? Well, I ain't even mentioned Ryan Garcia. Golden Boy, oh God, they ain't paying nobody. They don't even want to pay Ryan. He had to make him pay him. So I ain't even mentioned Golden Boy. That's why I just left Golden Boy up out of there, man. But can you imagine the fighters Gervonta Davis is fighting now? You know what I mean? These guys don't nobody know. But just imagine how much he would generate fighting Vasil Lomachenko in Atlanta. Man, you can make all them tickets $1,000, them views in Atlanta. I mean, I'm talking about the upper deck nosebleeds all the way down to the front row to 40, 50, 60, 70,000. People will still buy him when he do get these A-class fighters, man. And you think the pay-per-view will be out of sight, out of mind, man. If he fight Devin Haney, the same thing. the pay-per-view buys will be out of sight, out of mind. Now, let's flip that a little bit. Let's say Devin Haney, Vasil Lomachenko fight. We don't know about it. Not the pay-per-views is not going to be that good because Devin Haney can't sell. Pay-per-views ain't gonna be that good because the casuals don't know neither one of them really. They don't know them. They don't know Lomachenko. You know what I mean? You might, depends on the area you put the fight in, you might sell the arena out. You know what I mean? So we can play devil advocate for all this stuff, even Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Oh, it's been a Twitter war, all kinds of crap, but going back and forth, talking and all this. If you put that fight on pay-per-view, man, Lord, you know how much money that fighter make, man. So hopefully in 2022, the new promoter of boxing, the Rebuttal Entertainment, could get all these fights done, man, because Gervonta Tank Davis versus boxing, you know what I mean? Especially in his division. Even in 40, he the cash cow up there too. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. If you like it, you like it. You don't, man. Ain't too much I can say about it, man. But hey, Gervonta Davis is the cash cow of boxing. Numbers don't lie, and don't let these podcasts tell you guys anything else differently. The Rebuttal Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings, everybody.